right, it is 8 p.m. here in San Diego. The polls now officially closed. Our Richard Allen is at the Republican headquarters at the U.S. Grant in the Gaslamp Quarter. Richard, tell us what the vibe is like.
Well, I got to tell you, folks here at the Republican Party here at the U.S. Grant Hotel are pumped up. The polls just closed. They actually just had speeches here at the podium. The crowd is really roused up. They're looking at these early returns we're seeing, and they are predicting a victory for Donald Trump here tonight. Now, folks here, though, are not just hoping for change in direction on the country level. They're also hoping for change on the county level as well. And on the county level, one of the biggest races people are watching right now is the District 3 race between incumbent Tara Lawson-Remer and her opponent, former San Diego mayor and Republican Kevin Faulconer. Now, if Kevin Faulconer wins tonight, that will shift the balance of power on the Board of Supervisors in San Diego County, which will be a very big deal right now. Even though it's technically nonpartisan, we know party counts. So if Faulconer takes it over from Tara Lawson-Remer, then it will go 3 Republican, 2 Democrat, shifting the balance of power. We actually caught up with Jim Desmond, County Supervisor Jim Desmond, who was a Republican. We asked him what this would mean tonight if Kevin Faulconer actually wins over Tara Lawson-Remer. This is what he had to say.
Hoping that we can get the majority back if Kevin wins, and we get the majority back on the Board of Supervisors, and we can get back to some common sense things at the Board of Supervisors. We got some cleaning up, I think, to do from the past group when what's his name? Nathan Fletcher was there, and so I really think we got to get back to basics in government.
Getting back to basics, that was a message we heard from a lot of folks here tonight. They want to change in direction. They're looking at these early returns. They are very hopeful that Trump will win tonight. We'll have to wait and see, Anna. We will see. But I got to tell you, the folks here at the U.S. Grant Hotel, they are ready to party.
So it sounds like they're feeling good. They're feeling very cautiously optimistic, maybe less cautious at this point, is what it sounds like, Richard.
They are, and they are pumped up. Now, they know that sort of, San Diego is becoming a more Democrat town, right? But they are out here, they're in force, and they are pumped up. And I tell you, we'll find out in the next few hours where this is going. It might actually be the next few days before we see a winner. But, Ann, I'll tell you, tonight, the party's on.
Okay, that's good. Thank you so much, Richard, for that. It's good to hear from those folks down there. Now we're going to check in with Esmeralda Perez. She's at the South County Watch Party at the 7 Mile Casino in Chula Vista,
California.
Esmeralda, what can you tell us?
Hi, Anna. Now, the South County Election Watch Party is just about wrapping up, but there's still a couple of people that are still left out here just watching, waiting for those results. Now, for the past about 2 hours or so, we've been seeing some people come in and out. That's including community members, elected officials, and candidates. Now, the Chula Vista City Council District 4 seat is up for grabs, and there's 2 candidates hoping that they will represent that district. Now, take a listen to what one community member said about the importance of having someone take over that role.
A lot of issues that representative is going to vote for their constituencies, and with having an interim, thank you for the representation, but now we can really focus and hone in what do we need for the next 4 years.
And now for people who live in the South Bay, they're no strangers to the Tijuana River sewage pollution that's been going on, a major concern that we've been covering for months. Take a listen to what one person here, one attendee, told us about what they hope, the change they hope they will see. Take a listen.
Collaboration from not just South County electeds and leadership, but really throughout the entire county and from the state. I mean, we look at the economic impact that these issues have, as well as mobility, right? And they affect the entire state of California.
Well, that's right. And that's the latest from the South County Election Watch Party. I'm going to go ahead and send things over to you. Back to you in studio.
All right, Esmeralda, thank you so much. And we are tracking the presidential race closely tonight, of course, and verifying what you need to know about Election Day claims. Our Brandon Lewis joins us in studio right now with more. Brandon?
Yeah, it takes 270 electoral votes to win the presidency. But there is a scenario where neither candidate gets 270 votes. So what happens then if there's a tie? I looked into the legal process to break it down.
Verify here with your election fast fact. To win the presidency, a candidate must win the majority of electoral college votes. There are 538 electoral votes, so 270 is the magic number. But it's mathematically possible for both candidates to end up in a 269-269 tie. So what happens then? We checked with these sources that explain it's up to the newly elected members of the House to decide the winner once they take office in January. Each state delegation gets a single vote, and it takes 26 votes to win. This has happened twice before. The last time was in 1825, when the House named John Quincy Adams as president. With your Fast Fact, I'm Brandon Lewis.
We've been tracking a lot of different claims all night long. Our team has been extremely busy. And of course, if there's something that you want us to fact check, just go ahead and tag us in it at Verify This. Anna?
All right, Brandon, thank you so much. I know you guys have been so busy during this election cycle. You know what's interesting is that one day earlier this week, we did a story about how there were these Russian networks and they were putting stuff out on social media. And the FBI was saying, look, we're concerned about this because they're putting all this misinformation out, disinformation out, and then Americans are sharing it. And that actually happened to me on a Halloween. I had somebody show me a video. They were putting in, they were voting for President Trump. This is what the video showed. But every time they tried to press Trump, that it would go to Kamala Harris. And someone on Halloween, when we were trick-or-treating, showed me that video and said, no, this is happening. People are posting this. This is real. The very next day, the FBI came out and that same video said, that was a Russian, that's AI. We believe that is from that Russian networking. I know you were seeing that through this whole election cycle.
Yeah, absolutely. That's one of 3 videos that we had fact-checked leading up to this election. And it's almost like whack-a-mole for our team trying to get ahead of these different results. But it's also something that federal officials have been warning about for weeks when we have been talking to them about various warning signs ahead of the election. One of them was that there were going to be interference from foreign actors. The Office of the Director of National Intelligence was saying today that Russia was likely the most active, producing certain videos. And one telltale thing has been that they've had various signatures, and that's what's made it a little bit easier for us to get on top of this and start detecting some of these different claims. But the FBI also saying that there was a Russian domain linked to some of the bomb threats that were called into Georgia earlier today. So definitely foreign interference is going to be a topic of concern that we're going to be continuing to monitor, and any other videos that are continuing to go viral.
What did they say were the telltale signs?
Some things were the production value and different styling, different ways that they were narrating the claims. They would bubble up on certain social media platforms, tended to go viral on X, but then they would start spreading all over through different social media platforms. So it's not like we can say, oh, for sure, if you're seeing it on a certain platform, that's likely misinformation, disinformation. It was starting to spread all over the place. And of course, once we put out a story saying, we verified it, this is false, that's AI, this was done by a foreign actor, they may, social sites may take down 1 or 2 of the videos, but there's been so many times that it gets copied and shared. And so it's incredibly important that anytime you see those videos being shared, rather than resharing it because they're trying to play on your emotions and get you to react before you have a time to think, that you take a moment, maybe do a quick search, see if there are any legitimate and reputable organizations that are talking about this before hitting that share button.
Okay, Brandon, that is so good to know. We're so glad that we had you helping us navigate through this. Thanks so much again.